Today we're talking about defining constants in your programs and whether you should use a pound define or a const. Welcome back, everybody. Today I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about a question that I get from a lot of beginning C and C++ programmers about the best way to define constants in their C and C++ programs. So in case you're brand new, a constant is just a value in your program that is never going to change. It's not going to vary over time. You set it and it just is going to stay the same throughout your program. It could be the size of an array. It could be an arbitrary threshold that I'm going to use someplace in my program. And if you've looked at C and C++ code very long, you're going to sometimes see them defined in a few different ways. One of those ways is using a pound define like this. And you'll also see things like this where it's defined as a const int. So these are the two different styles you're going to see most often, and students often wonder if there's a difference. Does it matter which one I use? Is one better than the other? And the short answer is that usually it doesn't really make a huge difference, but there are some differences, and understanding those differences will help you make better decisions as a software developer. So today I thought I would break it down and talk about the pros and cons of each. So let's start with the pound define. When I say pound define array length 240, what I am saying is I want the preprocessor to take everywhere where array length occurs in my program and replace that with 240. So it's handled by the preprocessor. That means it happens before my code is even compiled, and it's basically doing simple text replacement. So on the other hand, if I declare it as a const int, then it declares this as a variable. Well, a constant variable, so it's a variable that isn't going to vary. So maybe I don't want to confuse anyone by calling it a variable, but I'm basically telling the compiler that I want a variable that I'm not ever going to change. And so this array length thing is going to be handled like my other variables in my program, except that the compiler is going to act under the assumption that it's never going to change. So which one is better? Well, that depends. So one upside of the const int here is that it has a type. It's an int. It's not using just simple text replacement. So the compiler knows that it's an int and it can do type checking. So in case I do something strange that doesn't make sense for ints, it can say, hey, this doesn't make sense for ints, rather than just sticking 240 in there and hoping for the best. So sometimes the const int will be the safer option. It's also scope controlled, and that means that I can limit its visibility. So I can say, maybe I only want this constant to be visible within main or some other function, or maybe I only want it to exist within a particular translation unit. I can do that with const int. And this is helpful when we're trying to avoid naming conflicts in our programs. For example, let's say you have two modules created by different programmers. They might use a constant with the same name. With const int, I can scope them so they only exist within the module, and so we're going to be fine. Now with preprocessor macros like pound define, they are globally defined. So you have to be very careful that your names don't conflict. Macros can also be redefined, which can be both annoying when you didn't mean to redefine it and helpful when you have a default value that you might want to change inside a particular module. Now, another handy thing about preprocessor macros is that they can be defined outside of my source code when I compile my program. With both GCC and Clang, I could use the -d option to define a macro when I compile my program, which can be useful if I have some constant value that might vary from one build to another. So in that case, I can simply build 3 versions of my program that each use a different value, and I don't have to change the source code. So let me quickly show you what I mean by this. Let's say this was commented out. And let's bring up, so normally we compile this and it says, I don't know what's going on. Let's take a look at our makefile really quick. So if we jump into our makefile right here, I could say I want -d array length equals 24. And now we can make this and it will compile. And now if I run my program, now if I run my program, we can see that we get 24. So we could easily though change this to, we could build a couple different versions. Like we could build one with 24, one with 240, and we'll call these, let's say this one is .big. So this is a little hacky. This probably isn't the way I should do my makefile. I'm just trying to demonstrate this. But you can see that it created 2 different binaries. And if I run test, you can see it gets 24. If I do it with the .big version, this is the same source code. I just passed in my preprocessor define to the compile command and it produced different results. Okay, so this is handy. You can't do this with a constant. So let's put things back the way we had them before. because now I just want to look into here and see what happens if I try to redefine a const int. Okay, so say we're using the const int version, and let's see down here, I say array length equals 24. If I try to redefine this, I should get some complaints. So yeah, so it says you declared it const, meaning you promised you weren't going to change this thing, and you went ahead and changed it. So that's a problem. Now, of course, it is possible to try to get around this, and so we could do something like this and say, let's make an int pointer called p, and we'll set it to the address of array length. Don't ever do this, by the way, in your programs, but I'm just trying to demonstrate here that I can actually have a pointer that points to the address of this constant, and I can say something like this. And you notice if we try this, you notice that it warns us, it's basically saying you're throwing away the const. And so like I said, don't ever do this. This is really something that you should never do in your programs. And whether or not it even works is going to depend a lot on the compiler you're using. Sometimes the compiler will let you get by with this, sometimes it will not. In this case, if we run this, you notice that it didn't actually let me change the value to 57, but some compilers will. In fact, I tried this earlier today on a Linux virtual machine that I was using, and basically got different results. It allowed me to set the 57 in there, even though it did warn me. But even in that case, once I turned on compiler optimizations, then it went back to 240. And the problem here is that we are telling the compiler that this is constant. So when we tell the compiler that it's constant, the compiler will, first of all, I mean, we get the warning because it's just a stupid thing to do to try to change a constant. But the bigger problem is that the compiler, once you've told it it's a constant, it begins to make assumptions. So it may store this value differently. It may actually do exactly what the pound define was doing up above, and it may just actually stick a 240 everywhere where array length is used. We don't really know. It will try to make decisions that make code fast, and occasionally those decisions may make code like this down here absolutely moot. So it just like doesn't actually have any effect. So the short answer is don't try to redefine a const int. It just doesn't make any sense. And while we're talking about optimizations, this brings me to another difference. And that is that without compiler optimizations, a pound define is probably going to be slightly faster. Okay, you would have to inspect the generated assembly to be sure about this, but usually the generated assembly, when optimizations are turned off, is going to be a bit faster with a macro than with a const int. And that's because of the way that variables are loaded. But once you turn on optimizations, or if some optimizations are turned on by default, then performance-wise, they're going to be about the same. Now, this won't always be the case with function-like macros, and I don't have time to get into those. Drop me a comment down below if you'd like to see a video about function-style macros. But as far as simple pound-defined constants, the macro and the const int should be about the same nearly all the time. And of course, there's a lot more that I could say about the preprocessor, but I hope this is helpful. Drop the video a like if it was helpful, subscribe if you don't want to miss my next video, and until next week, I'll see you later.